Let's take a snapshot back in time in Paris when the runway glows under Pharrell Williams, creative direction for Louis Vuitton men's fall winter collection. Cameras flash, models glide, and then the beat drops. It's Whips and Chains, a new Clipse record. Not a leak, not a snippet on Instagram, but a world premiere. Debated not in the club, not on a DSP playlist, but in the middle of a fashion show on a global stage. This wasn't just a song reveal, it was a signal. The Clipse were back and they were stepping into their return with the precision of couture. However, that moment in Paris was the seed. Months later, on May 30th, 2025, the rollout officially began with Ace Trumpets, the lead single from their first album in over a decade. Let God Sort 'Em Out, recorded in Paris at Louis Vuitton headquarters under Pharrell's watch. It wasn't loud in the way most comebacks are today. No gimmicks, no cheap nostalgia, just pure intentional craft. On June 17th, they dropped So Be It, unapologetic, razor sharp, a record that could sit next to Hell Have No Fury era Clipse, but felt honed by years of perspective. In their GQ hype cover story, they made it clear this album wasn't about living in the past. As GQ wrote, songs like Ace Trumpets and Birds Don't Sing blend hard flexes with vulnerability, addressing personal losses and reaffirming their artistic evolution without succumbing to nostalgia. Every move was deliberate. They didn't flood TikTok, they didn't spam freestyles or bite-sized content. They chose where to speak. GQ, The Breakfast Club, Elliot Wilson, a handful of outlets that understood the weight of their return. The visuals were cinematic, the photography was timeless, and the message was consistent. Hip-hop used to live for moments like this. Think about Kanye West's My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy in 2010, the Good Friday series, the layered visuals, the slow drip of information. The Clipse in 2025 carried that same DNA. A rollout where every appearance, every image, every track felt like a puzzle piece in a bigger story. And then once that album finally arrives, a track like Birds Don't Sing, it wasn't a single, it wasn't part of the promotional push, but it felt like the quiet heart of the project. A moment heavy with grief and reflection, where the years between releases poured into the music. It proved that all the anticipation, all the careful placed steps in the rollout led to something more than hype. This was music to sit with, to feel, to remember. This wasn't a rush streaming era dump of songs. It was a masterclass in patience and presentation. The Clipse reminded us that an album rollout can still be art, that anticipation can still be currency, that in an age where everything moves fast and disappears faster, you can still slow the clock and own the moment. So no, this wasn't just a rollout. This was a resurrection, a blueprint reborn in 2025. The Clipse didn't just drop an album, they restored the feeling. And for those of us who love this culture, that's a moment worth remembering. If you remember the Hell Have No Fury rollout in 2006, it was gritty, underground, and almost antagonistic towards the industry that delayed its release. But this time around, by 2025, the rollout, man, it was patient, design, and restraint. The opposite of chasing trends, the opposite of drop and disappear. It's the kind of pacing we used to see from the legends. Jay-Z, Blueprint, Outkast, Speakerbox, where anticipation was built like architecture. So when people say the Clipse restored the feeling thing, it's not nostalgia talking. It's the recognition that rollouts can still be art. That hip-hop doesn't have to move at the speed of forgetfulness. And maybe in time where everyone is rushing to be first, the Clipse reminded us that lasting will always matter more than fast. And if you were paying attention, you know this wasn't just an album release. This was a moment, a blueprint reborn, and maybe, just maybe, the start of a new golden standard. Man, if you enjoyed this video, please do not forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel.